to park this room full of winners. I want you to take a good look at the person next to you. Go on.
My name is Moses Schraker. I'm from Queens, New York. I'm one of the proprietors of Sweet Lip Cigars in Houston, Texas, located off of 3932 Old Spanish Trail, Borough Wall of Houston.
Hi, my name is Latoya Stryker from Houston, Texas, and I'm part owner of Sweet Lip Cigars. This
business was an idea that Latoya kind of sparked. I was just a cigar smoker at first, and I wasn't really interested in starting a cigar company. And Latoya was the one who kind of gave me the idea to go ahead and push forward with Sweet Lip Cigars. The whole concept was, I think it was on a Saturday, it was at one of the big cigar shops close to our house where we live. And while I was in the cigar shop picking up cigars, she asked me, she was like, is there a product that geared towards women? And I was like, no. She said, you should start one. I think a few weeks after that, she started looking into different cigar manufacturers and different cigar companies, and she actually came up with the name Sweet Lip Cigars. And when we started the company, we used to do different setups all through the city, and the support was quite overwhelming. People consistently supported us, and we used to go to different bars and different clubs and different places in the community. And we got a tremendous support from the community. Even after the lounge was opened up, people consistently supported. So we haven't really faced any challenges. It's been a great grassroots support consistently. Especially in this time and this climate, a lot of people within the community have consistently supported our business. Sweet Lip Cigar is a concept that we both came up with based on an intimate setting. It's always been a concept of us building on our personal time. And that was always something that was very, very unique and personal for us. And I think creating this space, we wanted to bring a culture to the city of Houston. We wanted to bring an idea, unapologetically, a space where people of all walks of life can come into and be themselves without being judged, without being ridiculed, without being subjugated by anybody else. And everything represents that idea.
We also wanted to kind of bring something that was more sexy, that was a vibe. When you walk in, it's a little bit more intimate. It's welcoming to women as well, to where when a woman walks in, she doesn't feel like turn around and walking out because it's a little uncomfortable. It's, like I said, it's welcoming. So it just brings a nice vibe. So if she's going to have cocktails with her girlfriend, she could stop by Sweet Lips in her nice little cocktail outfit or whatever and still come in and smoke and probably move around and go to the next spot. So it's just something that's just the culture for people, for just that vibe of women and men that just want to come in and have a good sexy time.
I was introduced to cigar by my grandfather. My grandfather smoked cigars for over 50 years. And as a young man, he actually raised me as a kid. And I was always intrigued whenever he smoked his cigars. He was always in that very euphoric space on his patio, and he was very into that essence of life and into the essence of himself. And it was always something I was intrigued with. So when I moved to Houston, when Latoya and I started dating, it was just something that I've always done. And she wasn't a cigar smoker at first, but she just loved that I loved cigars, so she kind of got into it.
We would go to different cigar shops around Houston, and we would just chill, and that would be our date night, is just going to cigar shops and having wine.
A good cigar makes me feel very relaxed. It's actually one of the most relaxing time in my life whenever I have a cigar in my hand. I think stillness is the language of God, and I've always used cigars as a meditation process for me. Whenever I have cigars, I'm always very still, very comfortable. They give me a time to really reflect on my day and my life as a man and where I see myself going forward. And it was just something that I've always done. It's a vibe.
A good cigar makes me feel really relaxing. I just feel in my own little zone. And like Moses said, it's just a vibe.
And the idea of you discussing about a vibe is something that when we first started this process, it was something you were very adamant about. You wanted to create a space that was unapologetically welcome to women.
Right.
Because most cigar spaces, it's very male dominant. Our concept here is even if a woman is not a cigar smoker, and she walk into this door, she will feel comfortable, she will feel loved, she will feel accepted. And I think that changed the conversation. I think it creates a new idea where people of all walks of life, especially women, can come into a space like this, even if she's not a smoker, and still feel accepted. The networking concept is already there, the platform is already there. And I think that was a brilliant idea that you decided to come up with, and it's been quite accepted and quite welcoming to the people who come into our space, the customers that we get. It's quite amazing. I think no cigar lounge in the city have the caliber of women that come into lounges like we do.
I agree.
And I think it was something that was quite, I think we kind of went back and forth on that when we first started. I wanted it to be, regular, the leather chairs and all that, but your concept was something that was quite new for me. I think we kind of went back and forth on that, but once everything came together with your design and the concept that you created, I thought it was quite brilliant. A good starter cigar will be a Sweet Lip cigar product. I think our range of flavors is quite unique and quite amazing compared to other flavor products in the market. We've extracted the flavors on the tip of the cigar and enhanced the taste. Most people who aren't cigar smokers normally try full body tobacco. And a lot of time it's a turn off whenever you smoking something that you haven't had before, especially if it's too harsh. With a Sweet Lip cigar product, just the whole concept of it is quite amazing within itself. You have a flavor process, full tobacco, Dominican filler Bonnet wrapper. You have the flavor tip, so you get that consistency in taste, consistency in pole, and the flavor is quite consistent. So, if you ever want to try a good starter cigar, I recommend you try a Sweet Lip cigar product.
During this pandemic, I think Sweet Lip Cigars, we still are maintaining and we're doing really good. Our customers are loyal. Our customers are more like family, so it was, even if we stop by just to check on the shop, if they see our car outside, they'll still come in and want to support and just say hi to us. So, I mean, I really say it's all with the people that come, our family, our customers that come in and support us.
I think we was closed for almost 2 months.
Yes.
And we still have people calling and wanting to come by. We did the curbside thing for about a month. And we actually sold half our inventory in the humidor. Even though we couldn't have walk-in customers, we still had people who stopped by and bought cigar from the curb. So that shows the consistency, and that showed the support that it was willing to give us. And I think that's really, really big. Anybody can start a business, but what is very important is how we connect with those people who walk through our doors. And I think you have been able to do a phenomenal job with connecting with people. And it's something I'm learning from you as well. And I think that as we grow, we are trying to build longevity into this business. It's not just one day we're here, the next day we're gone. I think 5 or 6 years from now, Sweet Lip Cigars is going to try to be a staple in this community. I think we're on the right path to do so.
I agree. With Sweet Lip Cigars, we just really wanted it to be for us, by us. So it's kind of like, it was for us. And I know the community accepted that and they received it very well. What do you think, Moses?
We have to create spaces that is very unapologetically ourselves. When you travel the country and you go to other establishments, I live in Brooklyn for a few years next to other communities, and they were very proud in what they had. And I think that it's time that we really start taking pride within our own establishments. We are open to anybody. I mean, no matter what color you are, no matter what your ideologies are, it really doesn't matter. When you come into this space, you will feel accepted. You will feel the customer service will be very, very giving to you, and I think that is important. I think in this time now we have to start putting landmarks. We could open this business anywhere. I mean, we could open this business in the community. I think we chose this community because we think that this community needed that. It needed a space of class and elegance that people can come through and support that ideology and those concepts. And I think that is something that you piggyback on. I think it's brilliant.
Yes, I have to say, at the beginning, when I came up with the little logo and the name and presented it to you, I really didn't expect it to jump off. And I have to say, Moses really he was the whole machine behind it. Yes, I probably came up with the idea and told him about it, but it was just that you put your all into it. I didn't expect it for us to even have a shop. At first, I was just doing pop-up shops, and then we started to grow and people started to really enjoy our cigars. So it just gave me butterflies.
The reason why I really put my all into it was I knew you wasn't a cigar smoker, and I know you did it because you loved me and you wanted to be involved into what I was involved into, and that just sparked me to go ahead and make that happen. So it's kind of like you was the quarterback and I was the running back. So you handed me the ball and I took it to this place, and I think that with the ideas that we kind of bounce back off each other, I think it's quite amazing where this thing could go. And I'm very grateful to be in a space like this. I'm very grateful for the opportunities that's expected to come for us as we work together and creating new businesses and new ideas. And I'm really proud of this place. I think every time, I think the whole process of us getting this place together was quite stressful.
Yeah.
You know, we bicker a lot. We had a lot of miscommunications on things that I wanted and things that you wanted. But to see how it all came together was quite
impressive.
amazing.
And eventually just really what team.
Yeah.
We had to join together as a real team. Yeah, we're married and that's a team. Being in a marriage is a team, but it was like we had to go into something different and deeper within ourselves to be able to bounce opinions off of each other and at the end select one final thing together. But it helped us grow.
Yeah, and I think every day we see it, it's quite amazing. We meet a lot of amazing people. Sometimes it's a bit stressful, you know, but we meet a lot of amazing people, and every time somebody walks through those doors, it gives us the idea, like, then we did this for the right reasons. And I think it's something I never really told you. I think it's quite amazing that people see me all the time, and they just see me as the face, you know. You know, and you've always kind of played the background and not saying much. And I've always kind of admired that about you, how you was always able to play the background and kind of be behind the scenes. But this was your idea, and it's something that I'm very proud to say on camera, especially to the world. You know, there would be no Sweet Lip Cigars if it wasn't for you.
For us, we did it together.
And I would have just been smoking cigars and in the backyard like I've always done and go to cigar shops. But when you kind of sparked the idea, it was amazing to me because I realized that you did it because you was trying to connect with me in a way. It's quite amazing. And you know, I wanted to give you some flowers on that and tell you thank you for being so connected to me to kind of understand that. And I'm glad that we was able to create a space of